And go.
Hey, social media, it's Jerry coming to you from the Rhythmia Life Advancement Center in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. I've been away for a month on the best vacation of my entire life in Turks and Caicos. I had the most relaxing vacation I ever had. It was just an amazing thing, and I'm going to revisit that during this little chat. What is Rhythmia? Rhythmia is I think, the greatest retreat center in the world. How can I say that? Well, over 19,000, not 18,000, 19,000 people have been through this program. It's a one-week program. 98.17% had a life-changing miracle during their stay. So figure that, 19,000 people, 98.2%, 0.17%, had a miracle when they were here, a real miracle. Kind of like Fatima or one of these things, a miracle during their stay. 90.22% say at the 6-month mark, 6 months after they left here, that this was the week that changed their life. 9 out of 10 people, 19,000 people. That means that this year, God willing, we will see our 20th thousandth guest. Hard to believe, but true. And because of that, because the word travels far and wide, that this program is a life changer. Because of that, we get great people from all walks of life. Some of those people decide to join our board of directors, and they do that for free. Who are they? Kelly Slater, the world's greatest surfer, on our board at Rhythmia. Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer. Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith, who was here last week, founder of the Agape Spiritual Center and one of the authors of The Secret. Martin Luther King's son, Martin. Ron White, probably the greatest comedian of all time. Tony Coe, founder of NYX Cosmetics. Alanya Van Zant from the Oprah Network. You've seen her in the Oprah Network. Jack Canfield, author of the Chicken Soup series. One of the greatest authors of all time. Frank Biden, Joe Biden's brother, right? Mark Kielberger, social entrepreneur, New York Times best-selling author, and an amazing biohacker, right? Earl Koski, the American businessman. Brandy Sabella, author and TV show host. Kim Terranova, Agape spiritual leader in her own right. Dr. Jeff McNary, past general manager of the Passages Addiction Center in Malibu, California, one of the most prolific addiction centers in the world. All come together here on a board of directors that guides Rhythmia. It's a wild place. Now, what happens after your week at Rhythmia? Most people, the overwhelming vast majority, decide to become a beneficial presence on the planet. And what does that look like? Well, that looks like, instead of deciding what the world can do for you, you have a flip in mentality and a new vision that pulls you, not pushes you, toward how you and what you can do for the world and its inhabitants. You go from the liability side of the spreadsheet. If the world had a spreadsheet, a balance sheet, you move from the liability side to the asset side. And what a transition it is, right? Because in this ceremony of becoming a beneficial presence on the planet, and you can do that in millions of ways. You can do it as an accountant, as a plumber, as a musician, as an actor or actress. You can do it as a business owner. You can do it as a lawyer. There's millions of ways to do it. You can do it as a community leader, start a church. There's millions of ways to become a beneficial presence. But once you decide to do it, it is a for the rest of your life ceremony. And the greatest thing about this is that the medicine, God, the universe, the great power does not care about how many times you failed yesterday. It doesn't care about where you're from in the rough life that you had. It doesn't care about your own missteps through whatever horrible decisions that you made. It only is concerned about what is next for you. That's it. And it doesn't matter how many times you failed. This is your chance. This is a brand new. I get to see it every week. I get to see 19,000 souls go through here and come out the other side and do something for the world. I get to see it. What does it look like? Well, it's never a straight line. It's always filled with challenges, trials, tribulations. It's an adventure. And you're the captain of that trip, right? It's the most exciting, most energetic, energizing thing you will ever do with the rest of your life. And it happens and you're in the captaincy. What a fantastic thing, Now, what are the characteristics of that journey? It's going to be harder than anything you've ever done. It's going to take longer than you could ever imagine. And it's going to give you more fruit than you have buckets to catch it with. And that is the truth. And when I talk about the fruit and the buckets to catch it with, I am talking about money as one of those buckets, but it's the least of which. The other buckets are the goodwill and the joy and the satisfaction of seeing people who you're helping become. It is the greatest joy on earth. It is the greatest joy on earth, and it is yours. Right now, in this decision to become a beneficial presence on the planet, there is a design, right? And your work that you do every day is part of that design. So people take a look at my life and they say, oh, this guy's so lucky. He gets to spend 8 months a year in Costa Rica at this resort that his house is in the middle of. It's a beautiful thing. 2 months a year at his house in Turks and Caicos, 2 months a year traveling the world. That's great. That's by design, not by chance. So, blessed by chance is very temporary. What is blessed by chance? Oh, I bought a lottery ticket and I won. It's a very temporary thing. But blessed by design is permanent. So in your becoming a beneficial presence, you design the life that you want, not based on how you feel. This is the part that gets tricky. If you base this on how you feel, you will fail. Because let's say you want to start a business and you want that business to become this great beneficial presence. I don't care if it's a restaurant. I don't care if it's a coaching business. I don't care if it's a golf course that you want to develop. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. Or a career in singing. You're making a commitment to be on 365 days a year. I guarantee you that 1/3 of those days, or maybe even more, you don't want anything to do with it. So if you wait and do things on feelings, you're never, ever, 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 ever going to get there. Ever. You have to do them on agreement. So what does that mean? I have to have these agreements. Then the agreements are to get up every day at a particular time, to have a daily practice, which is a meditation, a prayer, a something to God, to the universe, to God, to the highest power that unites me with it. I have to make an agreement on what I'm going to do to my body. How am I going to treat my body? I have to make an agreement on how I'm going to treat others. I have to make an agreement on how I'm going to exercise. I'm going to have to make, in all these agreements, I'm even going to have to make an agreement on how I tithe. All of these agreements, and I'm going to have to honor those agreements, not my feelings. I want to tell you a little thing on that. So on the tithing portion, the folks at Rhythmia, what we teach here is to tithe out of the delta, out of the excess that this new way of becoming a beneficial presence on the planet is going to bring me. Well, it's great to say I'm going to tithe my 7%, adjusted for tax. So let's say I make an extra $10 million. It's great to say I'm going to tithe my 7%, but you actually have to write the check for $700,000. Yeah, that feels different, don't it? So you're not going to feel like writing that check, but you're going to have to write that check by agreement. So all of these things are by agreement. And when I speak to people before they go through the Rhythmia Way program, there's a lot of this. Well, I have to honor my body. I have to honor my feelings. I have to honor this, and I have to honor how I feel. Well, I got to tell you, there's never been a quicker prescription for failure than that. Because I want to explain something to you. Let's say you want to lose weight. You're going to feel like you're eating Milk Duds 99% of the time. You're going to feel like eating pizza 99% of the time. So feelings are not how to do this. Let's say you're trying to reshape your body through physical activity. Well, you're not going to feel like doing 100 sit-ups a day. You're not going to feel like doing 100 push-ups a day. You're not going to feel like getting up and taking a 5-kilometer run. You're not gonna. Just like when you start your business, you're not going to feel like getting up at 5 to bake the dough, to make the dough. Or you're not going to, these are all things that do not feel good. All expansion, there's pain almost always in all expansion. There's pain in lifting weights, breaking muscle to build new muscle. There's pain in the sacrifices that are involved in starting your new business. There's pain in the work that comes with practicing guitar and learning how to play guitar. This is all it. This is what this is about. Now, why does this week at Rhythmia give you greater insight to that? Because you, for once, you get to speak to God. God talks back to you and reaffirms that. So if God speaks to you, do you need to hear that from God every day? No, you don't. You don't have to do ayahuasca every day of your life to hear that from God. Once God speaks to you, it has spoken. You've heard it. And now you can rearrange your life to it. And this working through this of your life becomes the ceremony. Now, here's the beautiful part. The pearl in this is in the journey itself. The pearl is in the giving and the helping others. So I don't care what kind of situation you're in. If you start crying about it and, oh God, help me, help me, help me, help me, the sooner you go to help someone else, the quicker you get through the help of yourself. It's just how it works. So the hard part is it feels like it should work a different way. And the great part of Rhythmia, it exposes the underlying truth to you that it should not. That's the beautiful part of this thing. So what has Rhythmia done on Earth? Well, Rhythmia has produced, let's just think about that, about 18,600 souls that are out there working to become beneficial presence and to help everybody else. That's what we've done. That will be my legacy. That's what my life, by creating Rhythmia, my way of becoming a beneficial presence on the planet, that's what that has done. Now, 18,600 of these people as of today. Now, if I make it another 12 years, and I'm lucky enough to get a second and third location, we might have 140,000 of these people 12 years from now out doing the same thing. And the ripple effect of that is that this little place changed the world. This little place, in the most humbling way. I'm not saying that in a look at me kind of way, because I have to tell you, this has been the hardest thing I've ever done in my life by a factor of 500%. It's 5 times harder than anything else I've ever done. So it's not hey, look, this is what I did. It's, hey, look at what a guy as crazy as me could do. Now imagine what you could do. Imagine. That's the thing. And it doesn't matter what you did yesterday. And that is the pearl, because in this act of giving, guess what we get? Guess what we get? Personal freedom. True personal freedom through giving, not getting. See, when we get from others, we are in jail. And we give to others, we're free, right? Personal freedom, your own happiness, right? That's all from giving, not from getting. It's the trick. It's the pearl. Come here and get it. Like last week, I was lucky enough to get back from Turks and Caicos halfway through the middle of the week, and Reverend Beckwith was here, and I got to, and he's a real close personal friend. But I got to just be around that dude for a while and talk about giving. He's given everything and continues to give more. I don't know how old he is because it's unpublished, but I know he's a couple years older than me. And he's more alive, more awake, more happy, more giving than any guy I've ever met. Right? So this happiness is yours. And all you have to do is have this experience and then pick how you want to become a beneficial presence from a centered place within you, and then just design your life around it. Don't base it on how you feel. Base it on these key agreements that you make to yourself, and then you are in the driver's seat. You're the captain, and this is your ceremony for the rest of your life. Thank you for sharing time with me this week. Please come to Rhythmia. The sooner, the better. Have this experience. And if you're out and you're thinking about, is Rhythmia a good place or bad? Take a look at the people that have been here, that give their name to this place. That says everything. There's nothing else needed. If this place were bad, would Kelly Slater, would Caesar Milan, would Reverend Beckwith, would Martin Luther King, blah, 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 down the road give their name to it? No. Nope. The only reason is because it works. Come here and experience it for yourself so you can start your own journey, your own ceremony. That is the rest of your life. God bless you. God keep you. God hold you. And we will see you at Rhythmia.